Miss Stutz here, and for this video we're going to be talking about simplifying fractions, and basically what that means is that we're going to take our final answer of a fraction and we're going to reduce it or simplify it into lowest terms. And so there is something to kind of help us out with finding the simplest form of a fraction, and that's what's called the greatest common factor, or you may see it listed as GCF. So greatest common factor. Okay. What that means is that if you were to get a fraction or have a fraction, let's just say we have the fraction 4/10, okay? And we want to go ahead and we want to simplify this, but we're not really sure how we want to do it. And so what we would do is we would separate this into 4 and 10. Okay? And the factors, basically what a factor is two numbers that are multiplied together to get this number here. And so in order to get 4, you would multiply 1 times 4. And some of the kids do this rainbow kind of chart, right? So we have 1 times 4 would equal 4. And also we have 2 times 2 that would equal 4. And so our factors of 4 is 1, 2, and 4. We don't have to write the 2 times. Okay? So those are our factors for 4. What about for 10? Well, for 10, we have 1 times 10. Okay? We have 2 times 5. We don't have anything else that would equal 10 if we multiplied it together. So our factors for 10 is going to be 1, 2, 5, and 10. And so in order to find our greatest common factor, you might know what that means already just by the name greatest. We're going to find the biggest number here that they have in common. And so I start with the one on top. Does the 10 have a 4 as a factor? Nope. So I'm just going to cross it off. Does the 10 then have a 2 as a factor? And yes, it does. And so I'm going to circle these, and this is our greatest common factor between 4 and 10. And so our fraction of 4/10, we have to divide by the greatest common factor, which is 2. In our simplest form, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. We ask ourselves, can we simplify this even further? No, we can't. And so that's our answer. Now there is one thing I want to point out, is that when we are simplifying fractions, we have to divide, and we always have to divide both the top and the bottom by the same exact number. So in here, we can't divide 4 by 2, we can't come down here and divide 10 by 5, right? We can't have two different numbers here. They have to be the same, which is why we have to find that greatest common factor. And so this is something the students are getting, they're catching on to it really well in class, so I feel like we're good on this. But if you have any additional questions at home, always feel free to reach out and I'll answer any additional questions that you might have on simplifying fractions.